Now, have you been wondering whether he still loves you or he doesn't? Has he been doing things likely to suggest that you're like, does he love me? Does he not? Does he care about me anymore? Does he not care about me anymore? So apparently that's the reason, or that's the point for this video today. I'm going to be putting you through to like almost 19 points, man. Almost 19 points on how to detect if your man loves you no more, like he no longer loves you. The signs that are very clear, that the signs that you might have seen, if not that you have been blinded by love, yes, but because I am not in that love with you, I'm able to see them, and that's why I'm bringing them to you. So if this is your cup of tea, please pitch in and let's take a very sweet ride. And I'm sure that after this video you're gonna thank me later, sweetheart. Now if you're new and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Welcome back to Soulmates with L. Now, at number 1 point is if he has started ignoring you. Now, somebody can ignore you in so many ways. For instance, you might call, the person doesn't pick your call. This is in the case that he is not your husband, but maybe you guys are dating. Or maybe you guys are in a long distance relationship. Or maybe you guys don't see so often, but you guys talk often. But apparently you've been calling this guy and he's ignoring you. That means he doesn't or no longer loves you. Another point is if he has cut communication, like no way you're trying to communicate to this guy, you can't get him. Some guys even ghost you, like they just block you. They can just set to block you on Instagram or block you on their WhatsApp. You can't WhatsApp them. You can't even see their profile picture, and you're wondering, it's not as if you had a problem. I mean, every relationship is not perfect. Every relationship has problems. What's going on? Now, this is another sign that this guy doesn't really love you. Another point, if he doesn't respect your wishes, if this guy doesn't respect your wishes, now that's another point, because for men, respecting a woman, respecting a woman's wish only comes if that man loves you. If he doesn't love you no more, it doesn't really come to them easy like that. Women can just try to respect you out of God knows what, even if they don't love you, even if it has nothing to do with love. To men, it's not the same. If he isn't a part of your life, like he's not interested in what's going on in your life, how was your day, what's going on, what are you up to, what have you been up to lately, maybe he hasn't seen you for a while, he's not even interested to know where have you been. I mean, I've not heard from you, what's going on, did you go for a business trip or anything? He's not interested, like he's literally not a part of your life any longer. That means the guy doesn't love you anymore. If he humiliates you in public, now this is a deal breaker even for me. I mean, if a guy just talks down on you, embarrasses you, makes you feel less of a person in public, this could be your boyfriend or it could be your husband, because some women are actually literally married to men like this, who talk down on them in public, embarrasses them in public, and they take it. But this is a very clear sign that this guy doesn't love you anymore. And it's even possible that if he's your husband, he has fallen out of love. So if you know you're still interested in that relationship, you have some things you need to do to rekindle that love back if he is your husband. But if he's not your husband, I'd advise you to just take a walk. Another point is if he becomes secretive. Now, if guys love, they tend to be open, they tend to be vulnerable to you, they tend to open up to you, they tend to tell you things about their life, things that they can normally not tell anybody, just ordinarily like that. Now, the moment he starts getting secretive with you, he doesn't feel safe anymore to let you into his world, to let you know anything about him, then there is a big problem. If he keeps lying to you so often and is lying easy, now lies men tell a lot of lies in many circumstances, but some of them do fumble with their lies, some of them find it very difficult to lie. Now in this case, if you're dating a guy who apparently he has recently developed a character of he easily lies to you, so easy, and he often does it, like he lies to you like 98% of the time, and the lies come easy, lies after lies after lies. You could tell he's actually lying, but he doesn't give a hoot, he just continues it. Then that probably indicates that this guy has stopped loving you. Like he literally doesn't love you anymore. As much as it might really hurt you, but I think it's better if you get to find out this. If you're still dating this guy and you guys are not married, then it's better you just take a walk, because At the end of the day, it's better a broken relationship than a broken marriage. If he hides his phone from you, now this could literally mean he's probably chatting someone else and he doesn't want you to get to know about it. So that's why he's hiding his phone. And that's when you see men, some men will be showering and their phone rings and they'd rather come out of the bathroom with soap covered on their faces just to come and answer their phone so that you do not answer it. Now tell me, what is in that phone if not another woman? Common sense. To whom sense is given, I don't know, common sense is applied. How do they normally say that thing? It gets hot and cold with you. Now, if you're dating this guy who 1 minute is so nice, like you just feel like you guys are creating memories, the next minute the guy is just cold. It's like he's not there, like he's an absentee, like emotionally zero, attachment zero, intimacy zero, nothing zero. Physically he's there, but you don't feel it. Have you seen or experienced a situation where you guys are in the same room, under the same roof, but it still feels empty, it still feels lonely, it still feels as if you're alone? Now that's what I'm talking about. Now, if he gets angry easily, it's another point because men tend to get angry easily and inflamed at the slightest provocation or even nothing at all. Like sometimes you don't even need to like provoke them. They just get angry. And when men are out of love with you, they tend to get angry over everything. They just want to create problems so that you will get rude and react and they blame it on you because they want out and they don't know how to say it. So the easiest way is for them to just be so not so nice to you so that you react, because of course a stupid action expects a stupid reaction, so that you give them a stupid reaction given their stupid action, and then they'll get a way out of it. Now, if he's making a fuss out of nothing, very nothing, like very useless things, and is all moody about it, all fussy about it, now that's another thing you should really take care of. And if he was somebody that was used to, his love language was so much words of assurance, I love you, babe, and all the stuff, and suddenly, even the phrase I love you, babe, you've not heard it for a while. You've been longing for it. And this is somebody that has been giving you this phrase back to back, like you literally don't need to ask for it. Then it's another indicator that something is cooking in the rock's kitchen. Okay? Something is cooking. Now, if he keeps comparing you to other women, sis, 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 you don't know what's coming, okay? You don't know what's coming. Because if he just start telling you, or maybe you saw somebody wearing a certain haircut and he's telling you he wants you to cut your hair like that, oftentimes it's because this guy has fallen out of love with you and he's trying to recreate you into what he thinks he's in love with at the moment, to see if he can bring that dream or bring that fantasy here close to him. But it's not actually the you that he's in love with. He's in love with something extremely different, something. Do you get? So the moment you realize he start telling you, comparing you to people, comparing you to other women, my sister, you've got some thinking to do. He never apologizes and expects an apology. Now, if you're dating this guy who apparently he used to apologize to you when he's wrong, he used to say, "Baby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it," and then suddenly, it just dawned on you that it's been 2 weeks, it's been a month. Yo, my nigga, anytime we have any problem, confrontation, disagreement, anytime he does something wrong and I tell him that he has done something wrong, he's not interested in apologizing. But if I step on his toes even a little bit, he expects me to rush the sorry out of my mouth like my life depends on it. Now that's another point. It totally shows you that this guy is literally out of love with you. He doesn't give a hoot whether he apologizes to you or not, because he doesn't care how it makes you feel, and he doesn't care if you want to leave. You can up and leave. It should be even better, because he doesn't need to start explaining himself that, oh, I need a break or this and that. No, he doesn't need to wait for you to start begging him because he has said he doesn't want any more. No, he just wants you to get it, like to have it up to here, like you can take it normal and just get your stuff and up. You leave. Now, if he picks other things over you, like even if it's a day that you people created that is family spending day, maybe you guys can choose to go out together, or you guys can choose to stay in together, watch a movie together, over Netflix something, play something together in the house. And apparently, of late or of recent, you just noticed that he uses this opportunity to go out with the boys, to chill with the boys, to be going out, to be watching football, to be doing some gamings, maybe whether he's alone at home or it's something that he knows you don't like, but apparently it's what he has been using to spend that time that you guys are supposed to be using as quality time together. Sister, you have a lot of thinking coming. Another point, if is no longer trying. Now, most men normally try to make it work with their women. They try to be nice, they try to support you in every way possible. But if this guy in recent times isn't trying to support you whatsoever in anything you are doing, whether you're doing something good, he cannot tell you you're doing great. Whether you're doing something that he knows you need his help on, he cannot like come out and try to give you the helping hand, then that means something is very, very weird. And if he never talks about a future with you now, if you're dating a guy who never uses we when he's talking to you, he's like, I just feel like I should travel. I feel like in the next 5 years I should be able to have this. I should, and you're dating him. Then my sister, you've been dating yourself all along. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but you've been dating yourself all along. Imagine, it's you that just didn't know. Now, if you're dating a guy that is really for you and into you, he'd be saying, I wish that in the next 5 years we would be married, we would be together, we would be having a family together, we would be. But if you say and you're there, my sister, don't wait for him to embarrass you. Just, if you see another Mr. Right, just pack yourself and be going. Now, everything you do pisses him off. If everything you do literally pisses this guy off, because what I know is when you guys are in love, there's nothing you do that pisses each other off. For instance, people normally make this joke, like if you're newly married, even if your wife steps on your feet, you just say, oh baby, oh, no problem, no problem. But if you people have gotten used to each other so much, it becomes, why did you step on my leg? Now, if any little thing you do pisses him off, even some people, you won't get angry at the way somebody's chewing food. You won't get angry at the way somebody's using fork or spoon. The little things that you do gets him pissed off, that on a very normal day are not supposed to get him pissed off. That means the guy is just tired of you. He's tired of the relationship. He no longer loves you anymore and he doesn't know how to say it. My last point is, if he avoids intimacy with you. Now, have you tried initiating intimacy with your guy for the longest time? And it's like he always comes up with an excuse. It's not as if our brothers are having their periods. It's not as if they have mood swings. It's not as if they have endometriosis. And it's not as if they have pelvic inflammatory disorders. So what is it? What is it that is avoiding sex? What is it that is avoiding smooching, role play, and all that stuff? Now, if he has been avoiding intimacy with you, then it's a key point, because what we know, from what we've heard, from what we have learned, from what research has, is that men are always ready. They are ever ready for they do. So if you're dating or you're married to a guy who apparently you guys are living under the same roof, and for the longest time possible, you have been trying to get, like, to reach out to this guy, and the guy is giving you cold vibes, and this guy, 98 chances are this guy is no longer in love with you. Now, this marks the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have watched to here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and let's meet in our next video. And please remember to drop your comments, like this video, and share. I'll see you guys in my next video.